Welcome back. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Chris here from Team Battleborn. Today's episode, we're just kind of talking, chopping it up a little bit. We touch a few topics, but we hope you enjoy it. And please comment. Let us know topics that you would like to hear us talk about in the future.
Our fellow Americans, welcome back. We're here with Chris and Brandon, Battleborn Old Glory Barbershop, and today we have some more guests.
Hold on. This is an Army episode.
What?
I'm Mel from Soldier Fit Easton and Fit to Survive nonprofit. Teach people fitness. Fuck PTSD. Katie.
I'm Laura. I'm owner-operator of Strength and Self, teaching people healthy habits and how to cope with stress.
Nice.
Boom.
Brandon from Old Glory Barbershop, here again, serving you in the community. And hanging out with some good friends. We have some new friends here. You know, Katie and Mel stopped by and, Chris.
Chris, founder of Battleborn, operator of this shit show. Where anything we say can and will be misconstrued as inappropriate, we'd like to welcome you. And we'd like to start off with a nice little intro into the beatbox. Just kidding. All right? We got to make it fun, guys.
Yeah.
We got to make it fun.
All right, so Mel, your episode. Who are you? What do you do? Where are you from?
So I'm from New York City. 35, I think. I normally ask my fiance how old I am. I'm 35, I'm pretty sure. Grew up in New York City, high school, all that fun stuff. Moved to PA with my mom, went to the Army. 10 years later, started working in fitness. And that's what I've been doing ever since. So I run Soldier Fit Easton. It's a boot camp facility, veteran owned. It's a franchise. And really, we just kind of bring the whole camaraderie aspect of the military to a fitness studio. Our members wear a uniform to work out. We call them troops in quotations. So yeah, everybody wears a t-shirt. If they don't wear it, they get punished. But we can't talk about that on the show.
Burpees?
Sometimes it's burpees.
Okay.
Sometimes it's other things. They also do burpees on their birthday. We like burpees at Soldier Fit.
I like it.
Yeah.
Burpees are better than coffee.
I like how the Army guys call them troops and not soldiers, because, But
I think we should let the fans know
No, don't let them.
that this is going to be Army versus Marines. This is going to be one hell of an introduction show moving forward.
And we all know who came first.
Who came first?
yeah.
Don't be sad.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's
We
okay.
didn't color coordinate on purpose. It just kind of happened.
It
Army
kinda
green.
did.
Army
It
green.
Kinda did.
Well, you
somebody
did.
switched sides.
Yeah, you
earlier.
did change.
It's the winning team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep. So yeah, Katie, what do you do?
Again, Laura.
Laura.
Katie, Laura.
So I am a health and wellness nutrition coach and yoga instructor. I am prior Army, and I'm from Texas, actually. I've only been up in Pennsylvania for about 10, 11 years, something like that. And I married a Navy guy. Don't ask me how the Army married Navy. Games are great in the house. But yeah, I started doing what I'm doing now to help people with nutrition, because I've dealt with a lot of issues and a lot of shit with my own health. Watched my body slowly deteriorate after doing the glorious thing of birthing a child. Things kind of fell apart, and learning my own health, I went to school and started figuring out how to help other people. And veterans are very much in need of nutrition and some weight loss stuff. I mean, Chris, we talked about this.
Yeah.
Just called you fat.
Yeah.
it's sad when you have a fitness guy on your team and a health and wellness guy on your team, and you care about neither. But
Yeah.
again,
You don't listen.
I'm also.
You don't listen.
We've been talking to my wife.
I know you don't listen.
I'm also 12 to 15 years older than most of the other attendants in this.
No, you're not. How old are you?
Is the camera rolling?
Welcome
He's avoiding the
It's all,
question.
it's all out of love.
47 years ago.
47? Good for you.
Yeah, 47. I'm 47. You like how I did that? 7 years ago. I'm 47. Be 48 in about 2 months.
Granted, Chris, you do look good. For
I
your
do like
age.
cash gift cards for my birthday. Don't forget me. So,
Burpees.
47 years old. They're all like going on 29. Okay, but
I'll say
back to this thing. You know,
So I teach nutrition,
She teaches nutrition,
and I teach people about whole cholesterol, all that fun stuff,
cholesterol.
heart health, diabetes, so how to eat healthy, and have fun at the same time. Balance is key. Having a drink every once in a while, having fun with friends, going out, needs to be involved.
Yeah,
We're into fitness,
we are in fitness.
fitting these pizzas in our mouth.
Pizzas.
Okay, is that
Pizzas
Wait, where
and,
was that cake?
Pizzas and tacos.
The cake's gone.
I put the cake away.
I didn't have any cake.
that's? I think AJ already has the footage of you eating cake.
Don't start.
It's done.
I don't even like cake.
Be real.
If I
Okay.
did, I would have cake.
I love cake.
I am having whiskey though.
All right.
So, how did this ragtag group get together? So you guys know each other.
Yeah, so I don't even know if Chris remembers this. So the first time we actually met and had a conversation was in the men's locker room at LA Fitness.
But we had
Allentown.
clothes on.
Yeah.
We had clothes on.
That's their story.
Make sure you
That's what I
tell.
was thinking, too.
Hey, bro.
They had
you know,
shower shoes on. It's
Hey,
allowed.
Army married the Navy over there. Army, Marine, locker room type shit. You know how it goes.
I
Yeah.
get it.
What happens in the men's locker room?
Yeah.
We were in the sauna.
Ends up on YouTube.
Sometimes I need help getting around. I mean, you know.
You know?
Yeah.
But
I'm here for him.
we both had on. I had on a Soldier Fit Red Friday shirt. You had on a Battleborn Red Friday shirt,
That's right.
and that's how the conversation started. And
What's Red Friday? Just for those who don't know.
yeah,
Remembering everyone deployed. So our organization, and as well as many other organizations, wear red on Friday, and red stands for Remembering Everyone Deployed, to show our support for the men and women who are deployed around the world. And what Mel forgot to tell you is I roped him in because there was a fitness competition coming up, and I asked him
I
if
didn't
he
forget.
would.
You,
Okay.
I didn't forget.
All right, well, then you
you,
tell.
you just.
All right, you
like,
tell it. You tell it.
No, I want you to tell it because that's your part of the story.
Tell
But I
your
didn't
side.
forget.
All right.
I just didn't finish.
All right, you go ahead.
You're a pain in the ass.
Go ahead. This is what's going to happen this whole entire episode. We're going to get nothing. You're going to get no commentary but ball busting. That's what they're going to get. Right?
So how'd it go?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
You guys are in the sauna.
we're in the
You're
sauna
people-
in our red together.
We were not in a sauna
and
in a red
just
shirt.
red Friday shirts.
Yeah, and just looking like Winnie the Pooh out here. The red
Yeah,
t-shirts.
we
no
only had red
bottoms.
shirts on and
Red
no
shirts,
pants.
and that's
Hey,
it.
a nice red shirt.
We did have thong sandals on though.
Dong sandals.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Sure.
Shower shoes and red shirts.
That's right.
So you look like Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the
You're winning to poo in it.
Yeah. So you got that going on.
This is the anchor episode. I just learned that word
Provocative,
today.
It gets the
Anchor
people
episode.
going.
Okay.
And Chris goes, "Hey, nice shirt."
I said, hey. What were you going to say? I had to say nice
there
shirt.
was a double take down.
There was the up down.
Hey. Nice
Hey.
shirt.
Nice to meet you.
I gave him
right.
the once over.
So then you got out of the sauna.
And we were just chopping it up. I work out a little bit, so he wanted me to do this powerlifting. No, it wasn't powerlifting. It was like not an obstacle course, but it was a functional
Fitness thing.
fitness type of race
It was a competition, yeah.
at what used to be Retro Fitness.
Used to be Retro.
And he wanted me to represent Battleborn in this event, which I did.
Oh,
It was a lot of fun.
calling in the dark horse, huh?
Yeah.
You didn't
He
wanna,
killed
like-
it. He killed it with
He's
no
like, "Hey, I
training.
just met you.
Yeah.
Come represent our team."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not,
That's called a ringer, Chris.
yeah. I
No,
lost to
I mean-
like some 19-year-old
No.
college kid.
That kid came out of nowhere, bro.
Yeah.
He didn't even look like he was
I
gonna...
smoked them,
Yeah.
but we had to do the event again, and then we had to do it a third time.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't do endurance, man.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
No, the idea was everyone could submit a team.
Yeah.
Mel's a vet. I sure as hell wasn't running no fitness. So I'm like,
You didn't
Mel.
call me?
I didn't know you then.
Shit.
It was probably
Oh,
4
this
years
is-
ago. It was right when we started.
Yeah.
It was right when Battleborn started, and we started in March of 2018. So we're coming up on 4 years.
So we've been doing things for over 2 years now, and this is the first time I'm meeting him.
Yeah,
That's
he's like elusive,
fucked up,
dude.
bro.
It's like,
He's elusive.
Yeah.
He's busy with a lot of stuff.
Mm.
You know, the fact that I got him here today is a miracle. So, you know,
All right.
that's how that started.
it's all that,
Chris is really good at networking,
duo.
just not not bringing the actual people together. He
I
just
just got-
keeps them on. I got this guy.
Yeah.
and
That's
he
right.
Just keeps him to himself.
We're the guy who knows a guy.
Yeah.
Guy who knows guy.
Just
And then there's Katie.
if you need to meet someone in the sauna, I got you.
Everything that starts out with Chris starts out with that story now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Met him in the sun.
Met him in the sauna. But then I just started working with Battleborn since then. And then Soldier Fit happened. So I got really busy. And then we finally, I forget what it was, but one day we played phone tag for about 12 hours maybe. Eventually we got on the phone.
It's easy to happen with Chris.
Yeah. And then I went over to the vet center and we had lunch. And then maybe a couple weeks later, he mentioned you, Katie. What is this, Katie?
How do
I don't
I
know.
get Katie?
I'm just gonna absorb it.
Yeah.
This is okay.
That's gonna be like your stage name,
Yeah.
Katie.
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 That's it. So, how did you guys meet?
So, well, actually, like we were talking. We met online.
Wait.
It was a magical online
Jesus
moment.
Christ.
I started following Battleborn, and then I recognized him. He
In
had-
here, when I
Actually-
came down to get my beard trimmed before, I was in here in shorts, and I posted a workout picture from when me and you like went to the gym one time together, and I posted the pic,
One
and I was
time?
in here with the same workout outfit on, and she had saw the pic on Instagram and said, "Hey, I just saw your picture."
Well,
Yeah.
actually, I looked at his legs and I said, "Hey, that's a nice tattoo." And he said, "Oh, my legs are so ashy right now."
I do have
So-
nice legs though. Nice legs. Good.
Oh, he did.
They
I
look like
noticed
chicken
his
legs.
legs first was the ones that stood out.
Yeah.
We
So-
met online, and she likes my legs.
Yeah.
This sounds like a really bad story.
Did he have that red dress on with the slit that comes all the way up?
Oh, the Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
We're exposing all your secrets today.
He does
Yeah.
have some nice tattoos on his legs. I will say that. I think a woman at the Phantoms game wanted pictures of your tattoos recently.
She did. And my wife looked at her.
Why are
like
you
she
going to a
was-
Phantoms game in shorts, bro?
No, he lifted his leg up to show her. He lifted his pants up.
You're a
See,
whore.
see, you lifted your little slit up to show your legs?
Cut that out, AJ.
I'm finding so much out right now.
AJ, make sure you cut that.
You're a whore.
It's not how it went, damn it. She's like, I like your tattoos. And then
And you were like, check this one out.
You said I have more.
I said, hey,
Yada yada.
I do yoga.
Needless to say, Chris sold the most tickets that night.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, was it for a good
It works.
cause?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Supporting
Yeah.
our vets.
Yeah, so I met him here.
Yep.
Actually, my son gets his haircut here.
And then that's how this came, because what we're trying to do here, so you guys know, is that we're building on to what you and I started.
Yeah.
And I said I would love to have these guys in, and they were super pumped about it. And our goal is to have these type of conversations with a little bit of humor and a little bit of what we do in our professions, how this is a spot for you to also operate as, you can come here and get your hair cut, but if you're a veteran, you're just struggling, you can come in here and hang out, you know? And then what Mel's doing is we're working together with his fitness and his app of being able to eventually offer that for veterans to work out virtually who may not be able to get to a gym. And Laura, aka Katie, operates the health and wellness groups for Battleborn under her business Strength and Self, where we are providing these support groups where people come and learn nutrition and balance and all these cool things. So we've been teamed up for a long time, and now we want to bring that to here, continue to showcase veteran business owners like yourself, and bring that light to these guys that have served the country and now are continuing to serve their community.
Can we talk about this barber shop, though?
Hell yeah.
Can't wait. Are you getting feedback from the vacuum upstairs? I'll call and chew her out.
We will.
Is that what that was?
Yeah. She's all of a sudden, oh, you want to shoot a YouTube video? We're going to vacuum our floors.
Yeah.
Gee.
When the shop is closed on a Sunday. And thank you for opening up your place of business on the day that you're supposed to be resting after working 6 days a week to allow us to come here and film this so you guys can see the type of gentleman that Brandon is.
Oh, yeah, that's me.
We appreciate you
Yeah, thank you, sir.
and your willingness to do this with us, because I need a Marine to get my back with these two Army.
Yeah, all the...
Of course, Marines need people to get their back.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I don't want to
Wash.
hear it because he tried to scratch my back in the summer.
was gonna
So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's how it really
We've already
started.
heard
He didn't
that.
tell you that part.
Yeah.
He actually said nice legs. That's how it started.
nice tats, buddy.
Yeah.
I also like your shirt.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there was something like you look dry after the sauna, so the lotion was applied.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
I get
actually baby oil.
Baby oil.
Baby oil, okay.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Slide, slippy, slide. So yeah, barbershop. What
Yeah.
happened?
What made you come up with the atmosphere of this barbershop is very comfortable, very homey
Yeah, that was
for a
the
veteran.
that was the big thing. I try to make it homey for everyone. It's not just I don't want veterans to walk in here and be like, oh fuck yeah, I'm home. And that's I think homey has been the standard word across the board when people go in, because a lot of people when they go in somewhere, especially for a haircut or something like that, if you walk into somewhere where it feels like you're in a business, you don't feel comfortable because you feel like you're being watched, and if you go to a lot of barbershops, I think what separates us is that when we do our services, 9 out of 10 we have the chairs, Sean can attest to this, we have our chairs facing the mirror. You know what I mean? So even though there's a conversation going on between you and your barber, you can still have that conversation. I'm looking at you in the eye, da-da-da. I always hated when I went to a barbershop, one, even if I was waiting, I felt like the guys in the chair was this awkward moment because they're facing me and
Yeah.
the barber's on the other side of them, and they're having this conversation. The guy in the chair is having a conversation with the guy, and naturally you want to go, oh yeah, and you want to talk to them face to face, and it's really awkward. Then I feel like you're talking to me, but I'm trying not to be in your conversation.
Yeah.
So it just I wanted to feel like anybody come in here, sit down, either whether it be on the couch and you do your own thing, you sit at the bar, have a drink, you can do whatever you want, and you're gonna feel like you're in your own living room and have a good time. And then
I think
just
you
kinda-
captured it perfectly.
thank you.
One of my
It's
favorite
comfortable.
parts about this barbershop, and I noticed I want to say this, and I don't think we hear this word enough anymore, but it, especially as former military, is very patriotic. And that's almost a word that I'm nervous to say sometimes anymore because
It's a taboo
gotten away
word.
from that word. Like if you say patriotic, it's almost like you're categorized into some sort of left wing, right wing, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't even understand all those terms, but you can't in this day and age, you say patriotic and right away people categorize you as, oh, you're one of those guys.
Yep.
No, we can love our country without being a lunatic.
Yeah.
And you come in here and you get that feeling of, like you said, it's got the homey feel, but it's also got all right, this is,
Yeah. We know where you stand.
we know what you represent.
Yeah.
We know that you're someone who loves this country.
Yeah, and that's the big thing too. Is even nowadays, if you say I'm a patriot, people are like, "Oh, well, you voted for so and so. This is what you believe in." That you assume people's beliefs and da da da. If you say I'm a conservative, they're like, "Oh, well, this is who you voted for. This is what you believe in." It's like don't assume anything about anybody. You know what I mean? And the thing is, and I tell this all the time, I miss old school barbering to where somebody would come in, we'd sit down, and you talk about who's fighting next, what sports game is going to come on, who's dating who's doing whatever it is.
Yeah.
Anything else besides, have you heard the latest about the vax and the boosters? Have you heard this about what this guy's doing with that guy? It's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care anymore. It's just getting to a point where look, are you going to sit there, you're going to watch this news channel, you're going to watch this news channel, you're going to work yourself up about it, and there's nothing you can do right now. You come in here to have a good time and relax. I don't need to hear it 20 times a day about, have you seen this? No, I don't. I purposely don't watch news clips. I don't follow certain news channels because I want to know about you and your day. Tell me about your shit. What's going on? Are you upset with the old lady? Are you upset with the old man? Is he pissing you off? Is he not doing the dishes, picking up his socks? Well, how's the
come
kids?
here to get
How's
my
the
hair
kids
done.
doing? That's what I want to know about. Tell me about you and what's going on, because guess what? There's enough going on outside of here that we know it's chaos right now, and I don't want to hear about it because I don't want to stress myself out. I have enough stressors in my life. We don't need to stress out about the global, thing. Let's talk about what's going on with your day.
Maybe it's not ADHD.
Yeah.
Maybe it's more to do with technology and the instant gratification, and everything is like our attention span is shorter. So it's a lot easier for people to be distracted by everything that's going on. And we forget about just genuinely being a good fucking person and caring about how other people are feeling and what on a day-to-day basis is actually making me feel bad, opposed to, well, maybe it's COVID-19. Probably not, because most of us are fine. But if my home life is fucked up, but I'm kind of ignoring that because I'm choosing to focus on,
Yeah, you're going to put your own shit aside to like, oh, have you seen this?
Yeah.
Did you see that? It's like, well, what about you?
You're using it as a distraction.
Yeah, it's a distraction.
It's a
from your own
distraction
shit.
from your truth, from your reality.
Yeah.
Sucks. That's something that we're like health and wellness, like meditation. A lot of people don't realize the benefit of slowing down, just slowing down and letting things come, and that's where people need that distraction. They're afraid of that slowdown. They're afraid of that quiet time.
Yeah.
But it's something I really like to teach people is quiet time.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually nice. You can meditate. You can meditate anywhere. I know people that meditate to Metallica. So you can meditate. Meditation is just anything.
I think I can only speak for myself on this particular subject, but I'm hardwired to be doing something, and if I don't, and for the sake of you guys that are watching, one of the other reasons that we're coming together is we've all worked together in some capacity, but our goal here is to not only showcase veterans continuing to serve in the community, but to help them find that passion and sense of purpose. Because I again, for myself, if being hardwired to be doing something, to have that purpose, if I can't connect to that, I'm in trouble. Because then I find, like all those other things you were talking about, to, I'll watch the news and get worked up over that, or I'll let things bother me. So it has to be a combination of, for me, I know we're talking about vet stuff here, like, the VA, not to knock the VA, they like to give you medication. So I found when I would do fitness with Mel and eat better, when, follow Laura's suggestions, then I could like get off those type of things. You follow me? Like it has to be a combination effort of doing multiple things and finding that sense of purpose, because that's how I'm wired. If I don't have that, I'm kind of lost. You know what I mean? So it's like a multitude of things like you guys were talking about. It, has to be.
And the VA is rough. The VA is very much so like, hey, what's going on? What kind of pills do you want? You're like, oh, my back hurts.
Yeah.
Like, not like, oh, let's get you in like a yoga class.
Yeah.
Let's get you
Let's
like
get you mindful
chiropractor or
class.
something like that. It's like, let's just dope you up and we'll see you later.
They never get it right.
They never get it right. And I think here's the thing,
Sorry.
and I play like devil's advocate on the whole thing, is that you have to look at the generations before us. A lot of the guys, if you've gone to the VA hospitals now, a lot of those guys, they did their 3 and out, 4 and out, how they used to do back in the day. They did nothing with their career. Then they came out, they'd worked some back-breaking job, you know what I mean, sliding off the end of a brontosaurus at the end of the day. They busted their ass, fed their family. And now they're all beat to shit, and they're going to the VA saying, like, oh, you're supposed to take care of me. Well, your injuries aren't VA-related.
Yeah.
Yes, you served your time, but you were stateside 3-4 years. You didn't serve any combat whatsoever. So all these old heads that are going in there, and we've seen them every time we go to the VA, it is flushed with old heads. And congrats to all the dudes from Vietnam that made it back, and all the guys that served in war that made it back. Good on you. But the guys that didn't, stay out of the VA. You guys can say I'm wrong, but it's like you guys are flooding the VA, claiming PTSD, claiming that your back's broken because of some training evaluation you did back in '78. No, you got out of the service, you busted your ass for the next 20 years living an unhealthy lifestyle,
Yeah.
and now you're flooding the VA saying, it's your problem now. You have to take care of me because I served back in '86. It's like there was no conflict in '86.
Well, it's also like,
so now when guys like us come in, we're younger. We did see the Middle East. We did do things like that. We did bust our back. We did get hurt in the service. Now it's like when we go in, it's just they're so saturated, and the doctors there are so saturated with, with the flood of old heads just say, "Oh, give me pills, give me this, give me that." So when we come in, it's like, look, I don't want pills. I would like to see a specialist. I want to see somebody about this. I want to see somebody about that. I know this because I avoided the VA for like 9 years. So I finally went back in and said, my knees, my back hurt. I want to get checked out. I got this weird vein thing going on. And they're like, cool. What pills you want?
Yeah.
I was like, neither. They're like, how's your PTSD? Fine. My knees and my back hurt. Cool. They sent me down to the They sent me down to the Philly VA.
Oh, he said sorry.
And you know what they do? I'm like sitting there, the doctor comes in, she's like, what are you here for? And I was like, I don't know. I was just told to come here. She was a PTSD doctor. She was a mental specialist. I was like, my knees and my back hurt. Luckily for me, I wish I remember this woman's name. She was like, that's BS. I hate when this happens. She literally like didn't have anything to do for like the next hour and change. She walked me around the VA hospital to get my blood work done, to get MRIs done, to get x-rays done. She did everything that I wish that my primary care person did. And didn't ask me once, when's the last time you thought you were going to kill yourself? How about your PTSD? I was like, look, I'm cool. I just physically don't feel good, and I know these are related to my service.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
These are the things I documented. Now they're starting to get to me a little bit wear and tear. I'm going to put my ego aside and go see a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing I got was, what pills do you want? Da-da-da. If it wasn't for this woman to walk me around the VA to get everything, because you guys know how it is, my back hurts. We'll see you in 6 months. Yeah. What the hell? This woman literally walked me around and said, he needs this MRI right now. He needs this CAT scan right now. He needs this right now. And they literally just said, okay, and they got me in. Why is it so easy for her to just do that and they can squeeze me in? Because they're moving at a snail's pace there. They don't care. You know what I mean? They don't. So it was very, I lucked out a lot, but I think that's the big thing about the VA is that hopefully somebody gets an office that lets us go see regular doctors and let the VA do whatever the VA wants to do. Yeah. I would like to go see a civilian who's going to tell me the truth and not just be like, oh, well, it's broken. What do you want to take care of it?
Yeah.
Now,
I don't want that.
Granted, I will give you this. Like, civilian doctors are great, but they do have their problems as well. And actually what you just described is a problem that actually most women have going to the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I literally suffered with Lyme disease for 1.5 years going to the doctor. Oh, here's this pill, you have vertigo. Okay, here's this pill, your back just hurts, you need muscle relaxers. Here's this. And they kept on saying, oh, you have anxiety. Because number one thing that they look at women is automatically it's a mental issue.
Mm-hmm.
Automatically that back pain is a mental issue. Automatically that's your issue. And it took 1.5 years for them finally to say, and that was a civilian doctor, to say, oh crap, you have Lyme disease.
Wow.
And it was late diagnosed. So I dealt with that stuff for a while. And the damage is done. So the same thing can happen in the civilian world. It's just, it's a shitty situation.
Yeah.
And as far as the VA is concerned, it took, let's see, Casey got out in 2007. He got out of the military. We just received our first letter from the VA. Just received our first letter from the VA.
Wow.
Like literally a month ago. They're like, hey, we haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, a while.
So it's, it's
just because we're on the subject, excuse me, you guys have seen it before. Part of our mission is to connect veterans with resources. Some of the things I found out in this organization over the last couple of years, since we're just talking about the VA, and like I said, by no means is this a session of, discrediting the VA. Like Laura said, every doctor has their problems. I think as a society as a whole, if you follow back to like when the opioids hit the scene, and if you follow some of that whole thing, again, not to talk about outside issues, but with the opioid epidemic and the big pharmaceutical companies, some of the people that we work with through the VA talk to us about how, as a society, we started convincing doctors that if their patients had pain, they weren't being a good doctor. So not to defend doctors, but somewhere along the line in the last couple decades, this mentality of you're not supposed to have any type of pain has changed our society to like everything is a pill fix, right? But, you know, especially as you get older, you're going to have some type of pain, arthritis, whatever, you know, it's a part of life. But this, we've become as a society as like, oh, this bothers me, take this. This bothers me, take that. So along the lines with that, one of the things I recently had an issue with was exactly what you said, and that's what sparked my thinking. You know, you go into the VA, and the questions are you depressed? Do you want to hurt yourself or somebody else? Well, after you deal with countless homeless veterans, my question to the VA was, why are you not asking them if they're homeless?
Yeah.
And the response I got was, well, when they're being evaluated by the nurse before they see their primary, that can come up in that questions, but it's not one of the questions.
Yeah.
And how many times will vets go right into that VA who are homeless and talk about what's ailing them, but not say, oh, by the way, I'm homeless. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just like, we're more concerned about their mental health, but not their living situation. There's so much that we could tie in to like that. And that's some of the things that we're all working on to better, to bridge that gap between what's lacking in the VA or whatever the case is. That's our job. That's our mission, to see those faults and do our best to compensate where that's not being done. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. It just made me think when you were talking about how they ask you, are you depressed? You know, and I'm thankful for Laura and Kelsey, because having them bring that female veteran perspective has really opened my eyes, like tremendously, of what the female vets go through. I mean, granted, we serve with them, we see some stuff, but hearing it from their mouths, they've enlightened me. I have pretty much felt humbled on a few occasions, being like, wow, I never would have thought of that. You know, so I appreciate you sharing that about, from a female perspective, of some of the things you go through. You know, and our VA is, you know, we recently helped a female veteran that was getting supplies for her service-connected injury and was having a tough time because they only had male products. The products she was buying, like, or getting from the VA, they only came in male sizes. There was no female product for that particular item that she needed. That blew my mind.
Yeah.
That blew my mind that this lady needed supplies and the VA only had male sizes. So none of them fit her what she was getting. Like, she couldn't utilize VA. I mean, but anyway.
Yeah, part of the problem is the VA, just like basic training, is cookie cutter. So, like when I went to basic training, it connects. Just hear me out.
What's basic? Wait, what's basic training?
I have no idea.
Basic training? Yeah.
What is basic training?
Where they train basic bitches?
I don't know. We go to boot
We go to boot camp.
Oh, that was a
boot
We go to
camp.
boot camp.
So you're saying where you guys go to learn how to be warfighting machines is the same as when civilians come work out at my gym?
Pretty
'cause
much.
He calls it boot camp.
Well, that's the
That's
thing.
boot camp.
He calls his people troops, Marine thing. The thing is boot camp, Marine thing.
thing.
I mean,
Yeah.
we get it.
But they're
Listen,
soldier fit.
But they're soldier fit.
But doing Marine shit.
What do they say?
You want to be soldier fit?
So you're
do
saying-
Marine
do
shit.
Marine stuff.
So you're saying
Yeah.
it is equivalent.
Ow, I got a cramp.
That's exactly why. Thank you for proving my point. But it's cookie
My
cutter.
neck.
So
My back. Yo, you kept saying my neck and my back. I'm thinking, isn't that a song? My neck.
I said my knees and my back.
Oh, my knees. My back.
that's
All
the
right.
ADHD
Sorry, we needed a
right
laugh
there.
break. We were getting a little too
Getting too
serious.
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 We were
Yeah.
getting serious about the VA.
Yeah.
And gotta bring it back
Yeah.
to
People forget that.
what are we calling ourselves again? The foursome,
Did you
the
lose?
reckon,
Hey,
What?
ADHD,
We have
a
ADHD,
foursome
80,
to reckon with.
a foursome to reckon with,
A foursome to reckon with.
a foursome to reckon with. We got to come up with some. We need your help. We are incorporating you. Uncle Sam wants you. What else is it?
to help us.
To help us come up with a kick-ass name.
That doesn't get us in trouble.
Yeah, we want to be. What's the SEC?
SCC?
What's the FEC? What they used to censor Eminem's label? What is that?
Oh, the FAA.
When you buy an album and it would say this has experience. Like,
Wow.
listen.
Explicit content.
Yeah, what is that?
Who
Did
knows?
you say FAA?
FAA, FLA.
Where are you
So you
pulling
like-
this shit
I
from?
don't-
CBC?
I don't know.
The CDC.
You know,
The CDC said-
Everything comes from the
The CDC
Yeah.
said don't listen to
The
Eminem.
CDC controls everything
Yes.
right now, so that's
Listening to
Oh,
Eminem
man.
will give you COVID.
You down with CDC? Yeah, you know me. All right.
You want to know what my favorite COVID thing is?
What?
That you can go to, I mean, not now, but before, you could go to a restaurant and sit down and not have a mask on.
Yeah.
Right.
Because COVID only lives up here, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So once you
Yeah.
stand up, you got to wear your
Oh, it's
mask
on.
because that's where the COVID
Yeah.
is.
How about the plastic barrier at the grocery stores where you have to turn around and go around the plastic barrier
Yeah,
to
like
talk to
give her the
people?
money?
Yeah.
No, I'd like to see. I like Cadence, my lovely wife, co-founder of Battleborn. Shout out to you, babe. She works in OR, so she's really knowledgeable with sterile.
Yeah.
And I get a kick out of this. Like, people will have a mask on, but then they'll pull it down to talk to you. Like, you just why do you have a mask?
You
But then when
special.
you're speaking, you pull it down. Like, I just don't get it. But
Does it just say bless your heart?
bless your
Bless
heart.
your
Bless
heart.
your heart.
Bless
Oh,
your
man.
little heart. Oh, you really are that dumb.
Yeah.
So basic training is, or boot camp, whatever the fuck you Marines call your stuff, right? It's cookie cutter.
It's so
So
good.
it's not designed for somebody who's already in shape, who's already, pardon my language, a dickhead, right? It's not designed for those people. It's designed for your average Joe, out of shape, kind of timid. So somebody aggressive goes to train and they kind of enjoy basic training. They're like, that was fun. I would do that again. And those are your psychopaths, right? So not actually, just
Yeah.
that's the word of choice. But the VA is the same way. It's cookie cutter. It's designed for what are the main issues we're dealing with. We're dealing with lower back pain because that goes everywhere, and we're dealing with PTSD. So if your knees hurt and don't necessarily have the protocol, it's like when you call the IT place and they're like, "Did you turn it off?" Yeah, I fucking turned it off.
Did you
That's
reboot?
why I'm calling
Yeah.
you. It's the same thing. It's always, these are the primary things we're dealing with. This is how you deal with it. This is your 9 line for whenever somebody calls you. But my problem is 13, but they only do 9 lines. So that's why it's always a struggle and a process. Not always, but sometimes it's a struggle to get to that number 13 because they've got their guidelines.
Yeah.
Now, just so you guys are aware, this show was not really intended. We didn't have a topic, but I see how it just flows. We started getting into like the VA.
Yeah.
And, you know, these guys know what I've been going through personally with the VA with getting outsourced for orthopedic. And just to tie in on that, what I always like to say is, I'm trying to figure out how to word this correctly, but, you know, we're a little bit younger. We're a little bit younger here. And what bothers me is like I watch countless older vets who run into these same problems that these guys are talking about. And because the technology is different, because they don't know how to advocate for themselves, what happens with them is they quit. You know, and it's just it's a sad reality. But I always feel for those guys, like when I'm going through the VA and I'm having to call this person and the doctor the doctor put the wrong, my doctor evaluated my hip, agreed to send me to community care, sent me out to LVHN, and when I got the call from LVHN, they said, "Oh, it's the wrong hip."
Oh.
I had to wait 3 months to see my specialty clinic again to get him to put the right hip in. Now, my first thought is not about me. My first thought is what about that veteran who's maybe 65 years older, who just isn't going to keep going through that for that
Yes.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Doesn't
You know,
drive.
and they're just going to be like, screw it, and then it's over, and they live with that, and then that's the part that really crushes me.
Yeah.
You know, because like you said, they have their faults, but it's like the older guys who, when they walk in, just for for instance, they walk in, they're like, "Oh yeah, check in on the kiosk." They're looking at the kiosk. They don't know how to use a kiosk.
Yeah.
You know, and they're like, "What?" I know, and everything's online. And
Meanwhile, the 2 girls are sitting up front doing nothing.
Oh, they're doing something.
They're-
This
yeah.
is what they're doing.
Yeah.
Swipe right.
Yeah.
Swipe right.
Have you checked in the kiosk, guys? Like, I don't.
what?
The last electronic thing he's used is like the basic cable TV or like an Atari.
Yeah.
and
yeah.
now the kiosks are closed because of COVID. You can't touch them.
Can't touch the kiosk.
So it's just a very difficult process, but you know, it is what it is for now. I hate that. It is what it is, but it is what it is.
But it
know?
isn't even like old. It isn't even old cats. You know what I mean? Some young guy, I said fuck it plenty of times. When the VA's like, oh, we gotta do this, this, and this. It's like, no point. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was supposed to have nasal surgery. I found out I was living with a broken nose forever. Now, I don't know how long it's been, but this is fully collapsed, broken. Pandemic hit. I went in and I had the same week, I had a vascular Doppler on my leg. And then 3 days later, I was supposed to go back and do my pre-surgery yaya. They call me. I'm literally there 3 days before, right?
Is that a Marine word?
He said,
yeah.
I got it. Wait,
Yeah.
since you guys chimed in with a joke, he said vascular. I thought that was like a radar for a storm.
Doppler?
Doppler? Is that
Yeah.
like a radar?
It's like an ultrasound.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like we got a storm coming in. The Doppler says
It is. It's
your nose
It's an
is
ultrasound. It's the same machine they stick on your belly when you're pregnant. Same
Yeah,
exact
same
machine.
thing.
But is it the same machine they use for the weather? Is what he's asking.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's weird.
Yeah.
I got it.
Pretty
Okay.
crazy. I know. I was weirded out by it.
That's a Marine thing.
It
That's a
must
Marine
be.
thing.
It must be. But it's cool.
But yeah, so they go and they call me the day before I'm supposed to go back down,
For you guys.
and they say you have to come in the day prior and come get a COVID test, and then if you pass negative, you can come back the next day, and you can have your pre-surgery whatever. And I was like, well, I was just there 2 days ago. I didn't have to do a COVID test. And they're like, well, because they're going to be dealing in my mouth and my nose. And they were like, so you need to get it done. I said, well, is the doctor going to put the utensils that he pulls out of me in his own mouth? Like, I don't understand. What is going on here? And they said, well, are you refusing service? I said, no, I'm not refusing service. I'm refusing taking a whole nother day off of work. Because if you see my address, I don't live in Philadelphia. I live right outside Philadelphia.
Yeah.
But knowing the traffic and everything like that, it's going to take me an hour and a half, 2 hours to get down there. So I'm basically taking a day off of work.
Yeah.
It's going to cost me lots of money to go down there, swab my stuff. Then I can leave the VA, go get COVID somewhere else, do whatever I want to do, and then come back the next day and do the thing. And I said, no, I'm just refusing to take a day off, come down, get a COVID test. They said, okay, your surgeon will contact you later. I said, okay, they contacted me later. They said, so you're refusing service? I said, no, I'm not refusing service. I'm refusing jumping through the hoops, taking the extra day off to come down, take a test, drive another 2 hours back to just sit in traffic the whole day.
Yeah.
Just so you guys can say, oh yeah, you're good to come back down the next day for a pre-surgery thing. It's not even the actual day.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I'll wait till all this, BS is over. And that was 2 years ago. I think it was right when I first opened this place. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna waste it.
Yeah.
And have they contacted me back to hey, some of the stuff is cooled down, you don't have to jump through hoops to get seen for a visit. Nah.
That's kind of how this whole scenario came to light, because there's the side of it where, you guys are so cute.
we're tattooed and sexy.
Yeah.
We're bearded, sexy, tattooed men,
That's it.
and we're not.
And out of all the
We're not
colors,
ashamed.
yeah, out of all the colors and the flavors in this world, you chose salty. But it's okay.
Salty dog.
Colors and flavors?
I guess that's the crayon thing. That's the
Yeah.
colors.
Okay.
What does blue taste like?
I don't know how we teamed up.
Just want to know what that tastes like.
I don't
What
know.
did we get ourselves into?
I don't know how this.
Just colors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the color salt.
Colors.
Everybody knows what salt looks like.
Yeah.
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 Right, AJ?
Yeah.
That's the way that works, right?
Yeah. All right.
Wait. Are you saying black is the salty crayon?
No.
Wait.
No.
I think it's not. I think it's noir. Is it
Oh, noir?
Noir.
Noir?
Yeah.
So. Yeah. We gotta dig ourselves out. Of this one.
Yeah.
It's like just
I know that's not what he was saying, but I had to say it.
right now.
We gotta dig out.
Crawfishing.
If you guys don't know this by now, I kind of just say what I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what we're here for.
If you're a person that's highly offended,
This is not.
You
your
probably don't
Probably
want to
not
watch
the
this
show for you.
episode.
Yeah.
or any episode,
But I will
We'll
say
get
this.
to we'll offend everybody slowly.
yeah.
But I will say this: if you search "Fit to Survive," if you search "Strength and Self," if you search "Old Glory Barbershop," and if you definitely follow Battleborn, you will notice that we do our very best to not purposely offend anyone, as if our mission is to cater to veterans. And that's all inclusive. Like, we don't want anyone to think that we take a stand on one side or the other side or any of that shit that people can use to separate. Like, I'll say it this way. The reason you'll never see something controversial on my page, and I feel comfortable enough saying about for these guys, is I've watched family members split from family members over something they disagree with. And when you're in the business of helping your fellow veteran or your fellow American, if you're going to be like that, people are going to die.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to say it. Like,
Yeah.
I know when we're in the military, every decision, hold on, the bartender's coming in here. Every decision is life or death. And I think I'm comfortable enough to say that we still look at our mission that way. Like, it's life or death. You may lose somebody because you've expressed something and they feel like they can't come to you for whatever reason, and now they're on the outskirts looking in and they're isolated. You know, so I don't know if this is what I'm saying is making sense, but
I'll pick up where you're going. So
help me out.
Yeah.
Help me out. Help me out like as if we're in the sauna wearing red shirts and no pants.
And
help me
thongs.
out.
Yeah.
And thongs.
Shower-
Thong sandals.
Shower
I like how he said thong sandals and
Yeah.
not thongs.
Tongs.
Tong to
Yeah.
tong.
I don't know
So
why it's
I think what helps veterans out a lot, not speaking for every veteran, because I think we've all seen some veterans
There's
choose
always
a
outliers,
side.
yeah.
Yeah. So I think with us, we've all worked with everybody from every shape, size, color, religion, background. We don't care. You could be a rich kid, you could be a poor kid, you could be a city kid, you could be a redneck, whatever it is. We don't care. You know what I mean? It's just we've all come together. We put on the same uniform, some cooler than others, and we've worked together as a team.
Whoa!
That wasn't a shot at anybody.
I feel like
will
he
say
just
this.
shot you from over. Shots
the
fired.
Marine Corps has
Incoming.
always had cool uniforms.
That's right.
But it's just like when, the guy's driving up the road and the jacked up pickup truck. and it's like,
here we go. Like the Army doesn't. Like,
size does
we got
matter.
our first
and when you
paycheck.
don't
Let's go
have
get a Mustang.
What do you
size,
know
you
about
gotta-
the 6-inch sword?
The 6-inch
May the sword be
I
with
thought
you.
you were keeping
May the
that
sword
tucked
be
away.
with you.
for
I didn't say the
later.
person's name. I just said the 6-inch sword.
Sword.
So anyway,
Yeah.
Is my face red? I feel like
Your
my
whole
face
head
is
is
red.
Your head is
Yeah.
red.
Wow. I don't know
So-
where that came from.
we don't care. That's the one thing I will say. None of our businesses put political views. That's
right.
what you're trying to say.
No,
we don't put
absolutely
any.
not.
We don't put
That's
political
right.
views. We don't put vax views on anything like that. We stay true to our mission because we don't. At the end of the day, you're an American. I'm an American. I'm gonna like you regardless until you give me a reason not to.
Yeah.
And we are here to take care of you.
That's it.
If you're cold, we'll give you a shirt off our back. If you're hungry, we'll feed you. We don't care what shape,
Yeah.
size, color, baseball team you like,
Yeah.
guy at the
Well,
podium you like,
you
whatever
like-
it is. But we're not going to hate you.
We're not
for
going to
it.
hate
Yeah.
you.
That's the thing.
But-
is that
We're not going to turn you away from the
Yeah.
help that you need based
Right.
on
your views.
whatever
Your
view
views.
you have.
Yeah.
I tell you right now, I will judge the shit out of you if you don't like tacos. I'm just being honest.
I mean, that's a
it's an
given.
honest
That's a
program.
good one.
If you don't
That's
like
a given.
tacos, I don't even know if I want to be your friend.
That's where it draws the line.
I draw the line.
Draws the line
Yeah.
at
You
tacos.
know,
That's
I like
it.
the Giants. You can like the
Tacos.
Eagles, but if
Yeah.
you don't like tacos, I'm not fucking with you.
We got issues.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's
That
where he
view-
stands.
Nope.
I think it.
Tacos.
I think somebody's
Tacos.
hungry. I think we've hit that hangry stage.
Yeah, I've been hungry.
I like it when you taco dirty to me.
What the fuck?
You keep you and Cadence's code words
That's
to
it.
yourself.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Code word.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't want people to feel like we're saying anyone who served is just an amazing person, because we didn't consciously decide to not care about what people's perspectives are. It's just that when you get thrown into a situation with people, you just learn that some things don't really matter that much.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I joined the Army, there was this guy in my unit that, I'll say it, he didn't like black people
Yeah.
at all. And we almost fought maybe 2-3 times. But eventually, he ended up being one of my best friends.
Mm-hmm.
And people come from different places. People have different perspectives on life. Some people have never even experienced certain things. But when you're in a situation where mistakes or certain behaviors can cost somebody their life,
Yeah.
stuff like that doesn't matter as much. So it's easy to move that stuff to the side and become a better person. It doesn't mean we're going to stay that way when we're not in the military. Most of the time we do, though. It's something you don't let go. So if you do have a certain belief that limits you from wanting to, take services with me because I'm black or Spanish or
You're black.
in the army or
Wait.
whatever.
Wait.
No,
Wait.
Hold the phone.
Wait a
I'm
second.
actually Irish.
Cut.
Wait a second.
Cut.
I'm
Cut
actually
it
Irish.
You're Irish.
out.
Yeah, I
I
am
can see it.
Irish.
Black
I'm
Irish.
Cut
I see that.
it out.
I like it.
The name of the
Stop.
show.
Cut
Full
it out.
House.
What's the show?
Cut it out.
Yeah.
What's the show?
Yeah. That's a quote from a show. What is it?
I don't know.
Squirrel. Full House. But
Oh.
let's go. Ready?
Let's
jump it back in.
Squirrel.
Rest in peace, Bob Saget.
Rest
There
in
you
Can't
go.
say Full House without rest in peace, Bob Saget.
That's true.
peace.
So how do you cater? Do you cater to veterans, or do you run like a military style boot camp?
Are
Like,
we
do you
talking
have
soldier
veterans that-
fit or
Fit to survive.
fit to survive?
Well, then here's the thing, because we've been talking about soldier fit. You are fit to survive.
Yeah.
So
That's
what
the
do
nonprofit.
you do for veterans? I think that's what we should be talking about.
So Fit to Survive originally was my LLC for fitness. But then once I became, kind of the head person for Soldier Fit Easton, I changed it to a nonprofit. So with that nonprofit, what I do is I offer hybrid training. So you can come train with me or you can train through the app. I design a program, and it's a program it's a tough ass workout that you can do if you're at home, if you want to go to a gym, whatever you want to do. But it's designed to just challenge, that veteran. I do train civilians as well, but I don't train civilians for free. But it's challenging. Veterans need something difficult on a weekly basis for us to not lose our mind. The majority of us anyway, which goes back to what Chris is saying. If I don't feel like I'm fulfilling a purpose or I have a mission, because it goes both ways. And this is something I was going to say before. When you go to the VA or to whatever service and they tell you got to jump through these hoops and it kind of defeats you, that's just something that's going to add on to your bad eating habits or your drinking or your exercise. And it's a snowball effect. So like he said, we work with Battleborn just from a different perspective because Battleborn was designed to connect veterans to, services, mostly mental health stuff, because that's, again, the majority of what people have. But you drop people off at the VA for whatever it may be, right? Or just connecting people with service. So we wanted to provide something where we can connect veterans to something where they can take care of their body in addition to their mind.
So we have the support groups, the spousal support group, the peer support group, the vet trauma group, clinically run. And that's where I saw, besides of all working together before, I saw the huge need for Ramel and Laura to bring their services in, because we can't talk about mental health because fitness and wellness and nutrition tie into that, right? Let's face it. It's scientifically proven, if that's the correct term, that if someone's on medication, whatever their issue is that they're taking medication for, the highest percentage of improvement from just a medication alone is 20%. So if you're depressed and I give you every antidepressant, the best you're going to get is a 20% improvement. Now, you add talk therapy into there, peer or clinical, like therapy, like with a one-on-one counselor. That's 20 more, 40 more percent. You add physical fitness in there. That's 20 more, 40%. Health and wellness. You see how I'm saying?
Yeah.
You do my experience is with talk therapy, correct diet, and some sort of physical activity, no matter what it is. It's not always about going to the gym and doing chest and tries or functional training, like just doing a yoga class and moving and having some gratitude for that. right? Because like we got vets that
Go
come to
outside.
yoga
Yeah.
that have physical ailments like crazy. They can't go to the gym and lift weights,
Yeah.
but they can move around a little bit, stretch out, practice mindfulness, meditation. What's the point? The point is they do those three things. That's why what they do is so paramount to Battleborn's mission. It's not just, we do the peer, and they come in and help the peers that are coming to those groups with those services.
I like it.
And you see how that ties in. And now the three of us are providing an overall program for their well-being, not just the mental health, but the physical fitness, nutrition, and then they come to you to get sexy beards like
Yeah.
like yours.
And have a little sip of booze and,
Sip of,
With this.
well,
and vent their shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, just so you're aware, I cut my beard. It's currently in the process of going back. So by the next episode, I'll look like that.
Is he?
Yeah.
If you look like that at the next
I'll believe,
Oh, it
episode,
grows
believe
fast.
that when I see it. That's like
No.
a month away.
No, man, I'm telling you, man, this is only 1 month, bro.
That's
If I
hard
get-
to get to.
Yeah,
His beard
I
does
was there.
grow fast.
I had a pretty sick beard before. Brandon took care of it.
I'm saving the date.
Yeah,
Save
write it
the date.
down. Put
Save
it
the
in your
date.
Not
phone.
gonna
Chris
happen.
said,
Not
You know
gonna
what I
happen.
do though? I just want to share this with the community watching at home. You know, when I get the urge to work out, I eat a bunch of food and I lay down until it passes. That's what I do. That's how I fight the urge.
Do you remember earlier in this episode you said something along the lines of, I have a fitness guy and a health and wellness person, and I'm fat.
Yeah, but that was before the camera came on.
No, you said it when the
Count.
camera was on too.
Thank you.
And
You
this
said
is
it
why.
I'm not
like that.
fat.
Because
I'm-
you don't listen.
I'm working on my kidnap protection program.
Suck it in.
It's harder to kidnap a fat person.
That is not true.
Yes, it is. You can't pick
Have
me
you
up.
ever seen Kung Fu Panda?
But I will get in the van for candy.
Or
I'm
tacos.
just telling you right now.
Or tacos, yeah.
We-
Yeah.
Ice cream van.
And
I like
ice cream. We're adding on to the food thing.
Is it
Every couple of
lunchtime?
minutes.
Is it? Yeah.
It's past lunchtime.
So I hope we gave them something that they could look forward to for these future episodes.
No, I don't think so.
No?
No.
Shenanigans.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Shenanigans.
Possibly.
Hey, what did you expect when us four get together, right?
Yeah.
If they expected anything else, that's their problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
Leave
Not-
a comment what they want to see.
Leave a comment what you want to see.
What do you
We'll
want us to
talk
talk
about
about?
Yeah.
yeah.
What do you wanna hear?
We'll taco about it.
Nice.
Wow. You guys
Yeah.
are so corny. that
So
was
excited
so
about
corny.
Corn dog?
Cool.
Anything
He
you
is
say
hungry.
can and
He
be
is
will
definitely hungry.
used as inappropriate or food related. Corny, corn dog.
Well,
So, if nothing else, this is a testament to just sitting down with people you feel comfortable with and talking and venting and expressing yourself and just trying to be better.
Mhm.
Doesn't mean you're a bad person or anything like that, but we all go through stuff.
yeah.
You got to talk to people. I don't care what generation you're from, what your beliefs are, you got to talk to somebody.
And if not for nothing else, the videos that we did in the beginning,
Yeah.
before we got the pleasure of having these guys get involved, this is going to be great.
We're just
And we're going to
spitballing.
start interviewing other business
So you
owners.
Marines couldn't get it done alone?
No, we got it done.
So you called
We
us in.
felt bad for you
It
Reinforcements.
makes
guys.
sense.
You know what? Everybody was saying
needs reinforcements, bro.
everybody
It's
was
okay.
saying like how badass
Sure.
the Marine
Yeah.
podcast was. We were like, we don't want to make it unfair.
We don't want to shine.
We don't want to like,
We already know.
we're a charity. We're bringing in charity. But
We're a
no,
charity.
I want to
Charity.
listen. This is on a serious note. This YouTube channel podcast may not be for you. You may not want to see four friends, four vets sit together, chop it up. And be like, I got better shit to do with my time. But I'll tell you this, because just thinking about it really brings. We have a team member at Battleborn whose father was a Vietnam Marine. And all her life, from the time she was born, she couldn't really connect with her dad. Like to,
Oh, the first one. Yeah, I remember
yep.
this. Yeah.
And I mean, she connected with him, but she never really understood her father.
Yeah.
And that first podcast,
thing
YouTube
we
channel
did.
that we did, I'm still learning all these terms.
Yeah.
I remember, because I sent it to you,
Yeah.
the text that we got that she said, "Thank you, because listening to you guys talk, I now understand things about my father that he could never say to me."
Yeah.
I don't want to get choked up, but like that.
It's okay to cry.
Yeah, Marines
That was
cry.
huge.
You heard
Marines
it here first. But that to me is if one person watches this YouTube and gets a better understanding of veterans and the issues they face, and even if they're not, watch this, even if they're not a veteran and they tied into what we talked about with mental health, health and wellness and nutrition, physical fitness, because look, civilians face some of these same problems. We don't have the lock on issues, right? Everyone's walking around facing a battle that we may never know nothing about. You know, I always reflect back to Robin Williams. Who would have thought Robin Williams was struggling?
Yeah, with depression.
Right?
Yeah.
So it isn't that I always say this, you know, don't only feel sorry for veterans. We're not the only ones with problems. There's people walking around with problems, and they can take this same information that we're talking about that helps us and use it to their advantage. Mel said so himself.
Yeah.
Soldier Fit clients are civilians and veterans working out. They're getting the same benefit from something that the military provided.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I'm trying to prove a point of. Like, it's not just veterans can utilize this stuff. Some of Laura's clients aren't vets.
Yeah.
You know, she's
They've got a
worked with
50-50.
our veterans, and then they've even
Brought them.
asked, can my wife come in so you can educate her? She helps a couple of our vets and their family members.
Yeah.
So that's what's really cool about it, you know. So we hope you like it, but if you don't,
We don't give a fuck.
we don't give a fuck.
I mean, I really
Well,
don't
we
give a fuck.
we want you to like it, but if you don't, we understand.
Yeah. And if you have any talking points that you would like to hear the point of view of veterans talk about, now that we have a female here too, we have a female perspective of certain things.
Kick-ass female.
So if you guys have any type of questions, reviews, comments, or you just want to see what our take on something is, leave a comment below, and then we'll talk about it and probably butcher it.
Yeah, we'd really like to hear from you guys.
Yeah.
You'll get
most
our
likely
expert
it'll get butchered.
opinion.
Yeah, expert
Expert.
opinion.
We're
Professional.
experts.
Yeah,
We're experts here.
professional.
Expert rifleman.
Yeah.
Expert rifleman.
Yep. Continue.
Actually, just keep going.
Yeah.
Marksman.
Oh, what the? Although after yesterday's hunt, my husband might agree.
No, you want to talk about the hunt?
With
Quick.
you. Oh, it was nice.
Yeah?
It was nice. My son got a few. He went out for his first pheasant hunt, and I went out with him, and it was nice.
Did you want to tell them
Is
one
this
of
a
the other
veteran thing?
venues? Yeah, one of the other venues heard her. So
So my
yeah.
husband and I help run a pheasant company, Three Dogs Hunting. We work with German short-hair pointers, and we take people out on guided hunts for pheasants. So we've raised about 5,000 pheasants this year. Our final family hunt was Saturday, so we all go out as a family. I got to shoot my new shotgun, and I got to shoot my friend's shotgun because my new shotgun kept jamming. So I switched off.
Marine must have been.
But it was
can we eat
It
some
was
pheasants?
nice.
I'm hungry.
It was good. Well, we made
Are
nuggets last
pheasants
night
low
with it.
fat?
Pheasants are very lean.
Well,
lean
we
meat,
should have
very
a
nice.
pheasant.
So
Pheasant.
it was nice. It's a good hunt. And for the first time ever, I actually had pictures of my son and I hunting together.
Nice.
So that's
So
cool.
that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Women hunt too. It's a thing.
Yeah.
We can kill
They
things.
don't just gather.
We don't just gather. We hunt too. A couple times I was aiming at my
Cut that
husband's
out,
head.
AJ. Jesus Christ. We just talked about not offending anybody.
No, we did not.
Yeah,
we
we did.
said we were going to
We
offend
try not to
everybody.
offend.
Slowly.
We
But
try
Yeah.
not to offend.
It's a-
We will at
It's a
some
slow
point
drip.
offend somebody.
Yeah,
I'm
we're-
just going to tell you that
We're
right
over
now.
an hour.
We're easing into the
Are we over an
offense.
hour? Well, we can make 2 videos out of this, right? Maybe 3.
It was good.
Yeah, it's
This
Yeah.
was good.
17, something like that.
Oh, shit.
We did good. So the hunt was good.
So yeah,
But yeah, ending on that.
ending on that,
Ending on that.
Mel with. You want to say your 2 things you got going on?
My 2 things. Soldier Fit Easton, Fit to Survive, Transformation Corporation. That's the nonprofit.
Yeah. And you can find those on Instagram under.
Fit to survive?
RAHMEL_NELSON. It's all in there.
It's all in there.
We'll put it on. We can put it on this
yeah,
video. We're going to
yeah.
put it.
Stop making me spell stuff.
Yeah.
We'll just.
Learn
wanna
to spell with Yarnell.
Hey,
Hey! Woo! Yeah!
that was fire.
Yo, I got these for days. We could do in a whole nother hour of my one-liners.
This is one.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah, I'm getting hungry. I'm getting hilarious. Let's
He
go.
loves it.
He loves it. Yeah,
He's eating it
we
up.
should have seen our first video. That's all we did.
The one-liners. Just
Yeah,
back
we
and
didn't
forth.
even. I don't think we talked about anything.
I feel like we're friends on the double date, and we're both looking at each other like this isn't gonna work.
Yeah.
It's not.
This ain't
ending
gonna
well.
work.
It's not
These-
gonna
these
work.
guys are so corny. Let's get out of here.
It's not going to work.
It's the dad jokes.
It's
they
not gonna
come
work.
hand in hand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do.
As I said, we're both dads as well.
Yeah.
I'm a.
I like
Never
it.
mind.
Yeah, but you.
So then you also have-
We got dad bods too, besides dad
too.
jokes.
Whoa.
Sorry.
Tell him that's a father figure.
It's a father figure. All right.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
So then we also have Katie, aka Laura, with
strength and self.
Strength and Self. You can find the links down below.
Yeah, down below.
Okay.
Down in this
down
area.
down
Jesus
below.
Christ.
Down this way.
Oh, this.
And then Brandon with Old Glory Barbershop. It's Old Glory Barbershop USA on Instagram. And then if you just do Facebook, it's Old Glory Barbershop. You can find us on there. You can see all of our ridiculous videos that we do in here as well. We also do a lot of events and stuff like that for veterans around here in this area because we are, we're spread out a little bit, but we do stuff in this community for veterans as well. And if you know anybody who's a veteran who just wants somewhere to go shoot the shit and take care of themselves, send them our way. We'll take care of them. Mr. Yarnell.
And Battleborn, who these lovely folks have supported since day one. We're very appreciative of all the events that you do here for us. Old Glory has helped raise a lot of money and awareness for our mission and cause.
I think every time we get together, we give you money.
But I win the fitness
did you write the
competition.
check?
Did you know that? So
Oh.
the guy who's out of shape has won every fitness competition here at the barbershop. I won the pull-up competition. Remember when I did 100 push-ups
wonders?
straight? I mean, we almost died. But
Okay,
we did
yeah,
it.
yeah,
we did
did.
it.
Yeah.
I did 100 push-ups and haven't worked out since. That was a year ago. But yeah, so
Yeah.
appreciative of this time with you guys. You know, look at Mel's
Yeah.
face. Mel,
Yeah.
Mel and I went
Why
back
I
to.
said the person who loves PT. And
Yeah.
I just got
So-
really excited talking about
He
it.
just likes to say he's out of shape and he's fat, but you're actually not.
Well, Mel and I recently went back to jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
It is.
We've been talking about it for.
We've
like
been
3
talking about
years.
it for a long time.
Yeah.
And Mel finally kept nudging me come on, let's go try a school. And we went back and
You know
he's
how I
been
did
killing
it?
it and I went once.
This is how I did it. I bought a 360 pack of crayons.
Just
And
loaded
I just
it.
kind of.
No, he didn't.
Terrible.
No, he
And it
didn't.
was that
I don't really
flavor
know where
and
that thing
salty
came
It was
flavor.
that
He liked-
salty,
it was
that salty
flavor.
So-
flavor.
You can use one of these fabulous technological things called Google. There was never, ever in the history of any Marines eating crayons. Someone made that up and it stuck.
Yeah.
I bet you there is a picture.
There's
It
not.
definitely-
You're,
If you Google it right
Nowadays-
now.
nowadays it would
Sean's
be-
over there Googling it right now.
is there,
There
a
is
picture?
no such. Marines have never eaten
Come on,
crayons.
Sean, is there-
Somebody
is there a
said that.
picture?
Somebody
Yeah.
said that and it stuck.
No,
Crayons.
that's
It was
real.
never-
You know how I know that's real?
It's not real.
Because no,
You
hear
called
me
Chris.
out. Hear me
Sean's
out. No, I
Googling
didn't
it
catch
right now.
Chris.
Sean, can we get
So-
your input in here, sir?
This is what happened.
Oh,
we
God.
picked
What
up.
happened?
We picked up a pallet of MREs. We went to the field. When we started to eat the MREs, they had crayons in them.
I don't know that.
And what the commander said is that pallet was for the Marines, not for us. So we had to take the pallet back to the warehouse and get the pallet of adult MREs.
Sean,
That's a meal ready
can we
to
get
eat,
your
by the way.
expertise here? Expertise.
Expert
Expertise.
opinion.
You find a picture of a Marine eating crayons.
I did not.
Oh.
Okay, now can you please tell us what Google says? Because Google is never wrong. Google, send me my money. Google is never wrong. We can use a little
Google is
sponsorship here.
Always wrong.
No,
And it's
we can use a little
also always
sponsorship.
right.
Google. I shouted out Google. Did I say Google? Google. My son used to say it when he was 9. I'd say
Google.
something like Google it. I'm like, what
Get
the
on the
hell?
webs.
Google it.
Get on the
Sir?
line.
The interwebs.
The interwebs.
There's no reference to why.
But are there pictures?
No.
There are not pictures. U.S. Armed Forces are composed of several branches, blah, blah, blah. All observe friendly inter-service rivalry.
See?
For example,
it's a joke.
Navy sailors are teased for being soft, while airmen have a reputation of being
I will
lazy.
give Navy sailors.
But there's no actual reference.
Right,
To,
so
Farmers
there's
are.
no
I mean,
specific thing.
so
it was
far,
a joke. It's
so
inner
far it's pretty
rivalry.
accurate.
Yeah.
So you know
So
how
if those two are accurate,
Actually,
the crayon's probably accurate.
Marines are, on the other hand, are often given shit about their education level. Hence, the Marines eating crayons phenomenon.
that's what it is. See, it was just they were very jealous of our dress blues. This is like little kids on the school ground.
Yeah.
Like, I'm jealous of you, so I'm going to pick on you.
Because you're
that's it.
uneducated.
Yeah, that's it.
True to form,
True to form.
a Marine has developed a company that sells edible crayons.
And there's a Marine locally here
Well-
who owns a cheesecake factory.
Here's all I'm going to say is that
has
Marine,
developed
that
edible
Marine
crayons.
is capitalizing on the gimmick of Marines eating crowns.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's going to create an edible crown company.
Yep.
He's an innovator.
That
You're
was the
welcome. You're
1%
welcome. You're
Marine.
welcome. That's all.
And
That was the
We will
1%.
That's
We
the
can close with this.
0.0000.
Yeah.
why did Mad Dog say you should always carry a knife? In honor of like the Marine who has the cheesecake company, why do you always carry a knife? Because you never know if you're going to have to cut a cheesecake or kill someone.
Yeah.
Right? I said it?
Mad
Cut that
Dog.
out. Make sure you cut that
No,
part
no,
out.
we're gonna have bloopers for days because
Bloopers.
you two are ridiculous.
I got to pee.
Yeah, I was thinking the
Pee
same
break.
thing. I gotta piss.
Well,
Are you signing off?
we thank you guys
Yeah,
for
you're
tuning
right.
in.
Let's wrap it up. Yeah.
We thank you guys for tuning in to this.
This is my boomstick.
What the fuck? This is my boomstick.
I slightly feel
80 ADHD. Wait, 80 ADHD. Foursome to be reckoned with.
Charlie to serve. Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie to Sierra.
Charlie 2 Sierra.
Continue to serve.
Yeah.
And
Vets for veterans. For veteran vets.
Whiskey Tango Fox.
Whiskey
Trot.
Tango Foxtrot.
Whiskey Tango Foxtrot.
Yeah, we got a whole bunch
All
of
that.
names.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bisson Creative, for another great episode filming this crazy shenanigans on a Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you for hosting Old Glory Barbershop.
Always
Yes.
a pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
Boomstick.